Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Today, the topic of our discussion is essay writing. But before starting the topic, I would like to say that if you are new to my channel and if you are liking my content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon to never miss any updates. So, let's start from essay writing. We as students know essay writing since like beginning of our educational career, but now but as soon as we advance at different levels, there are certain things that we need to keep in mind. So let's get started. The word essay literally means an attempt, and hence essay is the name given to the form of composition, which is a short attempt on a given subject. For example, there are so many topics on which we can write a whole book even. For example, if we want to talk about our mother or our father, there are so many things that we can write about. But here in essay, we have to uh, uh, be limited, and there is no need to give unnecessary details. Rather, we have to compose our ideas at one point, and we have to keep in mind the level on which we are teaching or on which we have to attempt the essay. Usually, it gives details of narrative, a description of some subject, and information on sub-subject. So mostly they are narrative in nature, means you have to narrate some incidents, narrate some life, somebody's life, and in description you have to describe some objects, subjects, some person, place, or maybe some memories of your past. Now there are various types of essays, but we have to follow the steps first. So pre-writing, the pre-writing technique comes. I name it as mind mapping or brainstorming. Also, in pre-writing stage, you have to gather your ideas in your mind, and you have to think about the topic on which you have to write. Then in organizing, you need to organize all those ideas at one single place. And in drafting, you are now attempting the things on the piece of paper or your laptops. And in drafting stage, you have to create a draft. You have to create a skeleton of whatever you have written, and whatever the ideas were in your mind. You have to pen down them. Then in revising and editing phase, you have to revise your content. You have to rethink about that content. And in editing phase, you need to edit the spellings or the grammar or punctuational mistakes. You have to follow them. And then in handing the final copy, your essay is now ready to go. Pre-writing literally means before writing. Before you actually begin writing your essay, you will need to do the following things. Now there are certain steps that we need to consider in our minds regarding the pre-writing stage. Number one is choose a topic to write on. Usually what happens that we are given topics, and we have to choose one single point. Now when you have to start writing about, when you want to write an essay, or when you have to write about any topic, and if there are two to three choices, never jump up suddenly on one topic. First, think the pros and cons, and think in detail that which essays will be more influential, which essays have more powerful influence. Then write carefully. So first, then choose the topic, and then brainstorming or generate ideas for topic. Whenever we have an idea, our brain starts functioning, and there is just like a storm of ideas in your mind. You have to rearrange them in the form of paragraphs when you have to attempt an essay. Focus in on central ideas. Now you have to focus the details, you have to focus the central ideas. For example, if you have to write an essay about your mother, or if you have to write an essay about the trends of fashion among the youth, you have the topic in your mind. Now you have to generate ideas. The way your brain is functioning, this thing is also known as mind mapping. The way your mind starts functioning about those ideas, this thing is known as brainstorming, mind mapping. and this helps you a lot in paragraph writing, in essay writing, in story writing. All the creative processes are indebted to this thing. Then in essay writing, we have to organize the paragraph in the five sub paragraphs or subdivisions. First of all, one thing that is very important, there are no headings or subheadings in essays, nor in paragraphs. You have to keep this order in your mind, but there is no need to put heading of introduction or conclusion. There should be no heading, only the paragraphs, or you people can add quotes also. So the first paragraph is about introduction, then you have to add 3 to 4 body paragraphs, and the last one is conclusion. In introduction, you have a hook statement. The way you go on fishing, if you have ever been to fishing, we have a rod and there is a hook in which we try to trap the fish. Same is the case with the hook statement. Your essay's opening should be captivating. It should be attention getting, that the reader should be enthralled about your topic. So in the introductory paragraph, you have to write about these things. Then you have to introduce your main idea. Then the body paragraphs, how I put the body paragraphs, and how I tell my students that in the body paragraph you should be describing one idea one by one. Okay, there can be three, there can be four, or there can be more than four body paragraphs, but it depends on your marks division and your level of attempt of the essay, at which level you are representing that particular essay. So the last one is the conclusion phase, in which you have to restate your ideas. For example, if I say that if we have to organize our essays and paragraphs on my mother, my strength, my hook statement would be, uh, a person is born with so many relations, but the relation that is more pious or closer to my heart is my relationship with my mother. She is my strength and she is everything for me. Then in the body paragraph, you can explain her physical features, for example, physical appearance, and the other can be about her kind or compassionate nature. And even one of the things can be about her, if you want to include something regarding her professional life or her personal life, or the if she is a housewife, you can add those ideas. There are so many things. It's not only about mother, it's about anything. If you want to write about the trend of fashion among youth, so you can relate it with the past, and you can say that the first paragraph would be about the introduction, that in the past the people were not concerned about fashion, but nowadays the craze of fashion is getting, you know, is getting too much on the nerves of the youngsters. And then the ideas can be one of them can be about the education, the other one can be about the technology, the use of technology, clothing, food. So there are so many ideas, and you can't. What is the best thing about in writing an essay is that you don't need to jumble up the ideas. You can write one idea in one paragraph, and then we have a hamburger rule, in a hamburger format or a hamburger rule, in which the top one is the introduction. Then you can add so many layers, and you can name every layer as an idea. For example, lettuce can be one idea, tomato can be the other one, burger patty can be the other one, and then yet another one can be the dressings that you include, or the ketchup, or the mayo. So there are so many things that you can add up, and onions, etc., etc. So then the last one would be the conclusion. In the top bun or the bottom bun, these are the introductory or the conclusion part, while the center, the filling, can be as much as it could be, or as much as you want to. It depends on your choice. Then the characteristics of a good essay are unity, order, brevity, style, personal touch. Your ideas should have some unity. You can't write about so many ideas of different or various nature at one single heading. For example, if you are writing about my mother, you can't talk about Qaid Azam, you can't talk about any political leader, or you can't talk about the world. Okay. And if you have to write and there should be some order, it should be systematic, okay, systematically organized. Brevity, you need to be brave enough. Here brevity does not mean that you need to be, chivalrous or brave. Here brevity refers to be concise and precise. You need to be precise in your ideas. Then your style should be captivating, and there should be some personal touch. If the essay belongs to me, there should be my own mindset that should be reflected in my essay. So an essay must be a unity, treating in an orderly manner of one subject. It should be concisely written and not too long, and the style should be simple, direct, and clear. And it should have an individuality or show the personal touch of the writer. So there should be some personal touch too. Then introduction. The paragraph should be engaging, strong, and creative. Your paragraph should be highly engaging. It should be having a strong impact, and it should be creative in nature. You can open with a quotation of a renowned person, or it can be, an ideological comment. It should be representing any idea which reflects your chosen theme. Then the body paragraph. The body paragraph includes the introductory sentence, or you can say that the topic sentence. Then there should be any points, any examples or analysis, and then you have to conclude. You don't need to conclude, or you don't need to mention that concluding sentence. Rather, you have to complete your idea one by one in the form of paragraphs. Then comes the conclusion. In conclusion, there are you need to argue, or you need to mention the points of your whole essay at one single point, or you need to summarize them in short. Then there is a refer to something in your introductory paragraph. Whatever was there in your introductory paragraph, you need to refer that also, and end creatively. Never end in a haste, or never end haphazardly. So there should be no hustle. Then there is the revision and editing phase. In revision, you need to revise your content, whatever the material you had, and you need to organize it. And in editing phase, we have to check our spelling, grammar, punctuation, sentence structure. Then the classification of essay writing. Essays may be classified as narrative, descriptive, expository, reflective, and imaginative. There are other types of essays also: argumentative, compare and contrast essays, historical essays. There are so many types, but I have included few over here. Then the narrative essay. Writing a narrative essay is basically writing a story connected with personal experiences. While telling a story may sound easy to do, the narrative essay challenges students to think and write about themselves. In narrative essays, you need to explain various things. It can be your own life. It can be, the topic can be my family is my strength. You need to narrate about different people or their experiences. And the other one is here descriptive essay. In descriptive essay, a descriptive essay paints a picture with words. A writer might describe a person, place, object, or even memory of some special significance. The descriptive essays needs description. You have to describe the things. It can be person, place, or any memory that was, close to your heart. The descriptive essay strives to communicate a deeper meaning through the description. It can be Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, Islam and Pakistan. There are many topics on which you can write. It can be about your family, it can be about your father. You have to describe him, or mother, or anything like that. Then the expository essay. This type of essays aim to explain some subject by presenting a very clear and complete picture of other people's views on this certain situation or event. The name of the essays, they are very important. Expository means to expose something. Descriptive means to describe something. Imaginative means, you are in some, utopia or some, imaginative world. So this thing is clear. Then in the expository form, it is like a report. and you have to expose some phenomena, for example, global warming, religion, and education. Then the other one is about reflective essay. The reflective essays are very important also. They reflect your thoughts on some particular topic, and they are generally of an abstract nature, means your thoughts are untouchable. You can't, touch your thoughts or feelings. So such essays are again of very important significance. They include habits, qualities, social or political and domestic topics, philosophical subjects, religious and theological topics. Theology is also related to religious studies. So such topics have your thoughts at one gathered at one single place. Then the other one is about imaginative essay. So it again, the name suggests, uh, these essays can be: if I were a king, so how would I change the world? Or if I was a president of Pakistan, so what will be the things that I will be doing for the needy people? So there are so many things that I can say that, okay, I can work on this subject. I'll be working on education, one paragraph. I'll be working on health sector, second paragraph. I'll be working for the common law, third paragraph. I'll be working on education, another paragraph. So there are so many things. Or it can be about some fairy tale or something like that. If I want to be a bird, I will be doing this. There are so many things in imaginative essays. And the last one is, the last slides go like this: how to write an effective essay. Every essay has a beginning, middle, and an end. Usually, the essays follow the format of 5 paragraphs. Okay. So, in a 5 paragraph essay, the first paragraph is called the introduction. The next 3 paragraphs consist of the body of the essay. The fifth and final paragraph is the conclusion. So, I hope you had a clear view of how to write an essay. So, if there is any confusion, you guys can mention it in the comment section on my channel. Take care, all of you. Thanks for listening.